When you do who is, yeah, oops, now I know who that guy is.
As a matter of fact,
Awesome.
if you click on his profile, it links over to one of his blog postings where he gives his real name, he talks about where he is, and everything else. So if that site makes you mad.
So the best quote I've seen yet was by Chris Nicholson, right? I joined Blimpie and all I got was jacked at the ATM. Freaking awesome. Says it all. So take this a step further, right? What's the ultimate stalker tool right now in social networks? Kevin Johnson, right? No, geolocation tracking, or better known as Foursquare, right? Everyone's seen Foursquare. I became the mayor of crap this and city that. I'm at Starbucks, I'm at Barnes & Noble.
Mayor of Idiotville.
Yes. This is a fantastic tool for not just stalking somebody or cyber stalking somebody, but it's great for profiling executives at a company, for example, or really anything. So if you know how Foursquare works, you know, you sign up, you go to a site, you check in, you get a badge, you get little badges for doing little stupid things, and of course you can see your mayorship. So for example, this woman, I can see exactly where she's been, where she's going, her habits. You know, when she gets up in the morning, she goes to the spa, she goes to Staples, she goes wherever, and I can track somebody that way. Awesome. So my conclusion here is this: Blimpie plus Foursquare plus Facebook plus Twitter plus LinkedIn equals complete pwnage. That's it.
Can somebody build a mashup to bring those all together?
Yeah. So why the heck?
Oh, yeah.
Why would social networks do this? This is just crazy, isn't it?
You censored heck?
I did, yes. Sorry. F. How's that?
Okay.
It's all about money, right? Social networks are designed to make money. They may not make a ton of money right now, but that is their point. The more information you share, the more valuable you are. Absolutely. And think of this from the attacker side. The more information you share on a social network, that's more for the attacker as well. Works both ways.
So are you saying that my 150 fake accounts on Facebook make me even more valuable
Absolutely.
to Facebook?
Absolutely, Kevin.
Nice.
All that fake information, but it's all fake. But they gather that information and they use it for whatever.
Who said it's fake? Right.
Right. So a great
It's
example, great example of money, right? Recently, Google and Microsoft gave Twitter a ton of cash to allow their information into their search results. I mean, we're talking millions of dollars they're given. So big companies have invested money into these social networks. So we, as pen testers, right? You know, we're attackers. How do you use this information? Well, obviously, it's a wealth of information, so we use different tools. There's social network search engines that are out there. There's tons of them out there. It's just unbelievable. Maltego, we know about Maltego, fantastic reconnaissance tool that I highly recommend everybody use. Has Twitter and Facebook transforms now, so you can use those to visually correlate information together. You can use your traditional Google hacks, so you know your site at Facebook or whatever, and search for information, just picking on Bank of America there. And of course, manual searching. You know, you can just manually dig through Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and whatever, and find the information that you want.
We regularly use this information in our pen tests at InGuardians, where we will actually go out in this Facebook, MySpace, we'll friend people. We always send that nice message, right? Hey, do you still work at? I haven't seen you in forever. Click yes. And then we gather the data and then go to their password reset section or social engineer, and we download millions and millions of pieces of information, credit card numbers, social security numbers, client data, whatever. Social networks are exposing your organizations. Thanks.
We appreciate it. So some new security concerns that we've found since our DEF CON talk. Coopface, right? Coopface is still the #1 social network worm. It crosses all social networks, all the major social networks, Twitter, MySpace, Facebook, LinkedIn. It can be found everywhere. Interestingly now, it actually is using the chat features like in Facebook. So it'll pop up a message from one of your friends through the chat feature asking you to click on this link to get some nice malware installed to propagate the worm. And also it includes CAPTCHA breaking by default. So in terms of CAPTCHA breaking, when you type in that CAPTCHA on your machine, it pops up. You've just created an account or sent another message for the worm out to one of your friends.
I'm so glad I can't read CAPTCHAs.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then think about tying this to, Adobe, i.e. 0 Day, Zeus Trojans. All this stuff is tied to Coopface. Scary stuff. Danger, social network applications. Who plays Mafia Wars besides Kevin? No one. Oh. Farmville? No Farmville?
I am my own mafia.
You guys are smart. See?
They're just not admitting it.
Yeah. So, two researchers, Avid Raf and the Harmony guy, last year took a look at third-party applications. Avid Raf concentrated on third-party applications and Twitter, while the Harmony guy looked at third-party applications and Facebook. So all those fun games and throw snowballs and all those different kinds of apps. Well, he found vulnerabilities in over 9,000 of these Facebook applications. And over half of those had passed Facebook's verified application program. Verified doesn't mean they look at the code at all. It's just a series of checkboxes, compliance.
It's verified.
Yeah, it's fun. 6 of those apps were actually Farmville and Causes, which are some of the major applications on Facebook right now. And most, of course, could be installed using clickjacking, which is still a problem on Facebook. So here's an example of 2 that I found in an application called Network Blogs. Here's some nice SQL injection. That's awesome. And this is a persistent cross-site scripting hole that I found as well.
Cross-site scripting is not scary to people.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You can't do anything with cross-site scripting.
Not at all. Facebook
Right.
told us that.
Yep, that's right. So more than 218 million Facebook users were found vulnerable with all the bugs that we found. That's a lot of freaking people. A lot of people. So let's take this a step further and see what can you do when you find one of these bugs in a Facebook application. So we're going to call this the Facebook browser auto-own. And we're going to use beef, right?
Yes.
Pen testers love beef. So here's a profile. You go to the profile, click on your friend's wedding profile link, because this is the app that we're exploiting. It's called Wedding Book. This message pops up saying, hey, please wait, don't close this browser window. Beef loads up. My zombie has appeared in the browser. Check it out. I now send my Metasploit browser auto-own payload. User still sees the screen, waiting. What's going on? Something's loading in the background. This is nuts. Come back. Now I see that I've successfully deployed my Metasploit payload. I look at the jobs. I've just launched a series of exploits against that user, browser exploits.
Good distribution there, by the way.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And now I got a session. We've just popped their box, as Dave Kennedy would say.
Isn't it your box now?
It is my box now, yes. So we look at the sessions. Now I'm going to interact with that session. And it's all game over from here. Use proof, get some hashes, and the box is now mine. All through a Facebook application vulnerability.
Anybody want to join my farm?
Anyone want to play Farmville now?
Thanks.
And that was just
my daughters, thank you.
Now, in this app, this was just a persistent cross-site scripting vulnerability, and you could have done this in a number of ways. You could have embedded a hidden iframe, so the user just saw either a pop-up box or absolutely nothing, and then you could have linked this to a clickjacking install. So if this user didn't have a wedding profile installed, they would have it installed, and then they could propagate a worm throughout Facebook. Scary stuff. So now let's talk a little bit about advanced social network bots. Jessica Biel was not enough. This is the next level. So we've seen more Twitter bots, right? More of these evil Twitter bots, ones that pull these trending topic data. So like, for example, when the iPad came out, attackers were actually grabbing that information and then posting malware links. So when you search for trending topic data on the iPad, for example, you would see all kinds of links. Recently, we saw ones for to promote wares, pirated movies, Avatar, things like that. And these bots are extremely easy to code, extremely easy. The API allows for this. And automated tools, right? you know, if you're not into coding, there's other ways that you can create a bot with a nice window GUI type tools.
The lazy hacker.
With the lazy hacker, exactly. A lot of these tools actually are available through torrent. So even if you don't want to pay for them, download something, get a key gen, and